We're right in the central part of the state, about 25 miles south of Macon.
You've lived there all your life, right?
Was born here and still live in this area. I don't live on the farm.
You went to the University of Georgia.
I did.
Is that where you met your wife?
I did. She went to Converse for a couple of years and then came to Georgia and married right after we got out.
So y'all dated while you were at Georgia, right?
But my wife was a Georgia Tech fan. It was easier for me to go to Atlanta and go sit in the press box with her brother-in-law than it was to get to Athens. So my allegiance didn't change, but my attendance did.
You're the fifth generation that has farmed here, correct?
My son is the fifth generation that's farmed here. I'm four. I have two daughters and one son and 8 grandchildren.
Now, I saw that your son graduated from law school and that y'all bought control of the farm. Does that mean he has decided not to practice law and to be a farmer instead?
Yes, he never really intended to farm, and we told him that I was going to set up my farm for me. I was not depending on him to come back, and if he came back, that was fine. And he finished law school and came and worked on the farm. He and I joined in a partnership and purchased the farm operation from my 2 sisters and I. We began in 2008 farming together. He's taken the reins real well and doing a good job for the both of them. He has taken over the day-to-day management of the farm itself, and I'm riding and looking at peaches and pecans, and I'm somewhat of a frustrated architect and engineer, so projects that we have in our cleaning plant and our packing house, they fall on me to get those works done. So it's right now we've got a good division of effort.
So you've planned the succession to the next generation, and it's in place then.
I think I have. I've been concerned about that, and a lot of times it doesn't happen. But in this case, it looks like we've got somebody who will manage the business for a good while to come.
On your farm, you have, I think, 2,300 acres of pecans. Is that right?
Maybe a little more than that now. And we have about 1,500 acres of peaches.
How many pecan trees are on 2,300 plus acres?
Probably 30 to 35,000.
You harvest a lot of pecans then, right?
Yeah, pecans have become a real big part of our business. They're a lot easier to manage than peaches. The labor requirements are not as demanding, and pecans they're longer term. We have some problems with peach tree short life. Pecans are a little easier to manage from several points.
I had no idea that peach trees only lasted 15 years. So you have to plant new trees then. I guess you plant them incrementally so they're always coming to harvest or something?
Yeah, we plant, probably 8 to 10% of our total acreage of peaches we replant every year. Some years more than that, some years less. But you'll wind up in a period where you don't have enough trees. So you have to keep planting trees all along. We pick about 400,000 to 500,000 bushels per year in a good crop. This year wasn't quite that. We had a frost about a month ago that took more than I would like to admit, but we've still got a reduced crop, but a pretty good crop of fruit.
You had in the peak season, about 200 employees. I guess that's harvesting the peaches, but picking them, I guess has to be done by hand.
Yeah, everything in peaches is by hand. And so by packing the plant with our harvest and then with our normal field crew, it approaches 200.
You had normally about 30 employees year round?
About 30 full-time employees. We have to add a few employees during pecan season, but nothing like our peach.
Some of your employees are children of employees that you had earlier.
Yes, we have some people that grew up on the farm that some of their grandchildren work for us, and we have some that are 20 or 30 year employees. They have some children that work with us. think all told, we probably got 8 or 10 different family units that it might be a father and son, and that they are working together.
I noticed that you had, I don't know if you still do or not, a fruit stand. Do you do that anymore?
No, we had a retail outlet for 3 years in Perry, Georgia, and we realized that we are really not retail people. It wanted to be open 365 days a year. It was just a different commitment. We do have a retail outlet at our package kit, and we have a mail order business for our pecans. We also get peaches by that mail order, so we have a retail presence, but not really a storefront. We feel like that's a benefit to us. We enjoy working with those relationships.
So when you fulfill these orders, do you have a number of people who order from you regularly?
Yeah, we have an internal mailing list. We don't buy lists, but of previous customers that we email and send catalogs to. It's been a good thing for me and for us to be able to make the connection between our consumers and what we do. There was a time when we were shipping peaches, when it left the dock, all we were looking for was a check. There was really no relationship between me and Kroger, or between me and Whole Foods, or Publix, or even individual customers. And now that we're mailing peaches, sending peaches, and even putting stickers on our fruit that go into the wholesale trade, we begin to get comments, good and bad, on our fruit that might be Boston or Wisconsin or Arkansas. And we take those comments very seriously. If we don't do a good job for the consumer, then everything else we do is pretty much wasted.
When you bite into a peach, do you think, well, this peach is just right, or it's not sweet enough, or this is the wrong cultivar?
There are some instruments that can scientifically tell you the amount of bricks, what's the sugar content, and pressure testing to see how firm the fruit is, and it's a little quicker and easier to bite it and determine that I'm too early to pick in this block, or this is just right, or I better hurry up, or we'll lose these peaches. There's a window of opportunity there that a peach is mature, but it's firm enough to withstand the rigors of shipment and still arrive in good shape to be displayed and purchased. We've got to hit that window, or else don't do a good job. It's a little easier when you've done it since you were sick. I think my job description is to ride and look at peaches, and that seems to be pretty easy, but it's very important. Part of our growing up time was, on the weekends, on Sunday morning before church, get in the car and ride with my father to the peaches, and afternoon we'd ride and do it again, and you were riding and looking and tasting and thinking about the different things that had to be done, and so you kind of get a feel for it, develop a little bit of confidence that what you're doing is proper for the fruit.
Do you have favorite recipes for peaches and pecans?
Well, the simple peach cobbler that is real strong. Wife makes the peach pound cake that is great. We've always grown up with toasted pecans in the oven, and that's how we do it in our ovens here. Our little package shed retail outlet has the finest peach ice cream thanks to my wife's Mary's recipe, and it is it's just unbelievable. And every night I get to do a quality control test every day about a thimbleful, and those are some good things that we enjoy.
Where did the phrase Georgia peach come from?
Georgia, especially Alberta peach, was developed about 15 miles from here, and there was not only that, but there was a shipping system that was developed for rail cars and ice bunkers on the rail cars, and they were able to ship those peaches to New York and faraway places. and the peach was strong enough that it would hold up to that. The world was planted in peaches here, and they had peach festival. They painted all the telephone posts white, and barbecue. The barbecue pit was 800 feet long, and it was a big deal. That was right before the Depression, and so Georgia was supplying a lot of the peaches. This was before South Carolina grew as much and other competing areas. Certainly